welcome to the Monday morning live show. Normally it's Pastor Vic and Pastor Shannon.
But I'm not here today.
That is the Monday morning show. I know. Can you believe it, Pastor? That is the Monday morning show. This is Pastor Charles. And Pastor Charles, it looks like you brought something.
Yes, I did.
Whoa.
Show him. Yeah, he won't let us hold it. Homemade banana bread.
Who
Banana
made
bread.
it?
My
You?
wife Ruth made it, and she made it with her mom's special recipe. And whenever she makes it, the neighbors and friends and family love it. Everybody has a different banana bread, recipe. I don't really know exactly what makes hers, taste so good, but here it is. I gave you guys 6 slices.
Oh,
2 for Pastor Vic, my dear and faithful friend.
Oh.
Man to man.
Excuse me, Captain, you got a phone call.
2 for Pastor Vic, and 1 for each one of their family. They have 5 members in their family.
Thank you.
Here you go, Pastor Vic.
You brought sugar cookies too.
Yeah, butter sugar cookies,
So
and some candy, Where's the candy? The little round candy.
Okay, so
Where's
the
the
candy's
candy?
almost gone. Okay, so we have these as well. This is our great friend, Pastor Charles. You guys all know that the Monday morning live show is a variety show. Anything can happen. And what is this, Pastor?
I'm not sure what kind of chocolate this is. Which is the
Are these
what do you
like
call it?
truffle?
Yeah.
Hazelnut.
He's getting off. He's going off. He's going off. Well, welcome to the Monday morning show. I'm a guest, so I'm with you folks, the viewers. I mean, you just came on to the show not knowing what to expect, and I did it. There's a blank piece of paper here. So there's a blank piece of paper here, and I don't have the questions that are going to be coming forth. I do have my notebook.
Gosh,
I always try to come with notes. I was trained to bring a notebook everywhere you go.
Look at this. And what
And
else?
my Bible.
That is Bible.
Because I don't know if she's
And
going to
what
ask.
else?
And then just, I don't know what kind of ministry question she's going to ask me, but I have my ministry notebook here.
Ministry.
Yeah, my ministry notebook here, with all different things that are in here.
Yes. Look at this, guys.
Plus, let me just share with your viewers.
Yes.
It's good if somebody invites you somewhere to their house for dinner or to a show like this, a fun
Yes.
show, to be prepared.
gosh,
Try to be
yes.
prepared.
Yes.
Try to be prepared. You'll feel better,
Yes.
and people
I
will
agree.
respond better to you if you're prepared.
Yes.
So good morning. And I just want to say thank you for inviting me on your show.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you.
my
I appreciate
goodness.
that.
Yes, and as you guys all know, that this is a variety show. Anything can happen. We play games, we play challenges, we do silly things. We have all kinds of funny things happening, and we're just silly. We're more relaxed on the Monday morning. But if you all know Pastor Charles, he is always prepared. Like, he always has his Bible. That's his toolbox, right, Pastor?
Yeah, that's right.
And he's got his pad, he's got a pen,
Yeah.
he's got a notebook, and then he brings us goodies at that, okay? As you guys know, these are those really high-end little truffles there.
Yes,
We've
they
got
are.
some Danish butter cookies, and I can't wait
Those are
to
delicious.
have. Yes,
With
these.
milk or coffee or tea.
Yes, and the banana bread. I can't
Yeah.
wait to have a slice
2
of
for
that.
Pastor Vic and 1 for everybody.
Oh,
I have
one
to
for
remind
everybody.
them. I have
you
to
do,
remind them,
because we would eat it all.
Yeah.
You know that. Maybe put some Nutella on it.
I could tell you a real 1 minute funny story. It's a true story,
please,
but it's
if
very
it's funny,
funny. And
share
to your viewers,
I like this.
to your viewer,
And I
it's
like
about
their hat.
it's about the banana bread.
Okay,
I mean,
please.
it's a true story to your viewers. Honestly,
Okay.
it's going to sound kind of corny. It's kind of funny, but it's a true story. So,
Okay.
Ruth's banana bread, we do when she makes it. She only makes it 2-3 times a year. So
Wow.
we give a little bit to the neighbors.
Okay.
Well, there's this one neighbor, this one couple, Rick and Leslie.
Rick
and so
and Leslie,
yeah, they live in our
okay.
cul-de-sac, and so we started giving them banana bread whenever Ruth makes it. Remember, only 2 or 3 times a year.
Okay, 2
And
to
so
3 times a year.
I think it was like after the first time we gave it, they really liked it. So
Okay.
the second time we gave it, we gave them only so many pieces, and so we divided up, like 2 for Rick, 2 for Leslie, or we might have gave them a little more. This is a true story.
Okay.
So they divided it up, and there was 1 piece of banana bread, and Rick really loves Ruth's banana bread. I mean, he just loves it. He just loves banana bread, and he said her recipe is so moist and so tasty. So he had 1 that he was saving for after work. And he came home after work, and he wanted to have his banana bread after dinner, and he asked his wife, "Where's my banana bread?"
Right.
And she went like this, "Oh, Rick, sorry, I fell into temptation and I ate it. I ate it with my coffee. I'm sorry." And she didn't think it was going to be a big thing to him. He says, "I was thinking about that at work. I wanted to have that as my dessert, and Ruth gave you two, gave me two, and you ate my banana bread." He says, and he was upset.
He was upset?
No, this is a true story, and he was telling me this. So then the next time we made it, we gave him, half and half, whatever it was, 4 pieces. I think it was 4 pieces. So anyway, what he did with he ate one and he saved the rest, and he locked the other pieces of banana from. He locked it in his safe.
No.
He locked it in his safe.
He did not.
He did. He locked it. And I asked him, I said, "Rick, is that a true story?" And he said, "That's a true story. I put it in the safe and I locked it."
Oh my gosh, he really
because
locked it up in his safe.
In his safe. That's a true story.
Oh my gosh. Can you
I asked him, "Is it true?" I did ask him outside of his house. I said, "Is that a true story?" Because when I went over to bring the banana bread again months later, he's like, "Oh, okay, I have to protect this." And then I found out he locked his piece, the extra piece in his safe.
Locking
so it's mine.
up.
Forget it.
I can totally
I just think that's kind of funny that
that
people get this these little things matter to
Yes.
little things matter to people.
Of course.
So whoever you're living with, not only to just insert a serious note, whoever you're living with, just try to know that little things matter.
Yes.
Anybody that's married, anybody that has children, for any length of time, the little things matter.
Yes, that is
so
so true.
Try to pay attention to them so you have less stress in your life.
Yes. And on that story, that makes me recall a story about my C's candy. So Pastor Vic bought me a 2-pound box of milk chocolate Bordeaux's, and I did not want to share them, and I noticed that somebody had gotten into them. So I ended up hiding them in my cabinet. Here's the bad part, is I forgot where I hid them. So when I went to go look for them, I couldn't find them. I have this huge cabinet, and I put them in the back, and I put books in front of it. So I didn't find it until 10 months later. And by 10 months later, did I eat them? Yes, I still ate the candy. It was still so good. But honestly, that's what I get for trying to hide and not share, right?
Yeah, and you ate it 10 months later.
And I ate the candy. It's C's candy, Pastor.
So it lasts.
Come on, it lasts, Yeah. So I did eat the candy, but needless to say, it just kind of lets us know that if you're not going to share...
Did you check the expiration date before you eat the candy?
Nah, I just
I'm a big person. Miracle, I'm a big person. When we have things around the house, like I said, everybody, I didn't say it, but, I just check the expiration dates.
Oh, I do
some
too.
Some people that you
keep
live
everything.
with... Some people that you live with, they just keep everything, whether it's... once your kids get a little older and they're teenagers, and their personality is developing, or your wife or your significant other, and everybody has, things about their personality. So one thing about my personality, because I got sick a couple of times, and years ago, it wasn't
food in your house.
Yeah, it wasn't food poisoning, but I have a sensitive stomach for different reasons. So I always try to check the expiration date, and it doesn't mean I won't eat something if it's past the expiration date. But then I will always, I don't have my phone in. I keep my phone in my back pocket.
What do you do?
I Google.
You look at it
I Google.
Okay.
How long can you eat Swiss cheese past the expiration date? How long can you eat eggs past the expiration date?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
And my wife is so tired of that. I'm like, oh, how long has that mayonnaise been in there? It says like 5 months past the expiration. Don't worry, it's good. And so she'll go away. I'll be checking the expiration date.
Well, stuff like that, Pastor.
Because I don't want to get, once you put it in your stomach, and if
that's
it's not, you could get sick, and then anything that goes into your digestive tract.
That's right.
It takes, I'm sure most of your viewers know this, especially adults. If it gets into your digestive tract, it takes time to process out.
That is true.
Yeah, either through vomiting or through, the runs or through cramps. I don't know how you are, but I think as I'm getting older, I'm just like, I don't want to deal with sickness. I don't want to deal with not feeling well. I just want to feel good and go on with life.
Yes, and eat food that tastes good. Right?
So I'm kind of on the protective side of what I eat and what I put in my body.
And you know what? That's so funny because everything in our fridge too. I can say that Victor, the kids, myself, we all look at expiration dates. I might
Yeah.
miss maybe a salad dressing, and my kids are like, "Mom, this okay, throw it away." But when it comes to C's candy, have you ever had C's
Yeah.
candy? Okay, so when it comes to C's candy, look, it's got a long shelf life. It's a piece of candy, and I was like, this is C's candy, milk chocolate Bordeaux's. I am not going to throw these out. So, but I do agree with you as far as things in the refrigerator or even freezer, okay?
Yeah. Oh,
Even
yeah,
if it's
freezer.
a meat,
I do that.
I'm not eating it. I am not.
Yeah.
Are you the same way?
Well, I go back to Google. How long can you keep hamburger frozen in the freezer?
And do you know that, by the way, by looking these things up? Like, what is a
Oh,
food
yeah, I
that
don't-
you can remember?
Oh, I don't know. I know you can keep hamburger meat in the freezer past the expiration date
Okay.
for many, I think up to a year it says. On
For
Google.
hamburger meat.
Yeah. And
Okay.
for pork, it's. Huh?
And what?
As long as it's frozen.
As long as it's frozen, you
that's
can't
right.
keep it for up to 1 year. I remember that.
Okay.
Because Ruth usually has a lot of hamburger meat in the refrigerator, and
Okay.
pork and chicken is a different time. But I just check it not because I'm like paranoid or I'm so trying.
Right.
And I did say I'm protective of what I put in
Right.
my body, but like I'm not like so uptight about it. But I just think you need to be careful. So,
Yes,
you
of
know,
course.
because,
Absolutely.
and especially
So-
especially in respects to some people that you live with, like some of you may come from a large household, and again, once your
Yes.
kids, once my son started being a teenager, and you become more more involved in life.
Yes.
Like he started checking the expiration dates, and
Yes, see?
and his mom, who is just a precious person, and she made that banana bread and it's delicious.
Love it.
She's not too concerned about it. It's like I'll be okay. I mean, she'll check it, but she won't Google information as much as I will.
That's
Like
the
I'll
same
Google
way.
more information.
Yes,
Yeah, so.
of course. You're just really
Yeah.
thorough that way.
And I Google is not like my second Bible. Some people they check Google on everything.
Right.
It's just I could tell you how I use Google. It's not that I just take what they say on face
Sure.
value, but I'll look at several articles on Google.
Of
Yeah, no
course.
matter what I look up on Google, I'll
Right.
always usually look up at least 3 or 4 articles. Even expiration date, I'll check 2 sites, what they're saying, and compare. And I encourage your viewers to do that. Google could. I
Yes.
just want to say something on a educational note.
There we go.
Uh,
Education.
Google can be, not my humble opinion. I usually say my humble opinion because there's a lot of people that have a lot
Right.
of good opinions. But Google can
course.
be a good source of information.
Yes,
It's
it
just
can.
that if you use Google, 2 things to be aware of. One, I would encourage you to scan many articles because there is difference of opinion in the medical world, in the world of psychology, in the world of religion. So scan several articles, get a good, a variety of information,
Right.
and see where the pattern,
Yes.
see where the pattern of information is. Are all the professionals saying the same thing, or is it so vast opinions? And the
Yes,
other thing
I
about
agree.
Google, which I have to just say this because I care about your audience.
Of course.
Listen, I just want to say this, and thank you for letting me say
Okay.
this. There's a downside to Google, especially
There is?
yes, especially in my humble opinion. This is
Okay.
my humble opinion to your viewers, especially if you're checking on things about your health.
Okay.
So if you go on Google and you start
That's
checking things
true.
about your health, it is very informative, and it
is.
can be very helpful where you can bump up your self-care through information on Google.
Yes, I agree
But
with that.
here's what you
I
got to
agree
be
with
careful of. Once you start looking on Google about medical
Yes.
information,
Yes.
and then in your feed, what's going to feed to you is all this medical information about all parts of the body. And if you start reading all that stuff, you'll be like, oh, is my gallbladder okay? Is my kidney okay?
Yes, you
is it,
start examining.
you'll start thinking about it. So once you start
is
looking
true.
into medical information, then you're kind of curious. And I found
Yes.
for me, over the last couple of years where I've used Google more, it's helped me in
Sure,
my
me
self-care.
too.
It's helped me in my self-care. And I turned 60 last year, and so it's bumped up my self-care.
Right.
But I do know I've gotten a bit more anxious thinking, because the more you become aware of all these different parts,
Yes.
you're like, oh, I wonder if my kidney's okay. I wonder if my liver. Maybe I should go take something and
Yes,
detox.
I agree.
And you could kind of get a little bit preoccupied with
way.
that, and then it's
Yes.
just natural. Because we want to take care of our bodies. I mean,
Yes.
and women are great at that too, as far as like being attention. Most women, what I mean by taking care of their bodies is, I remember my mom was the one that made sure, like, I took care. Did you brush your teeth? Did you wash your face? Did you wash your hands? And I don't remember my
Yes.
dad getting after me about my personal hygiene when I was a kid.
No, that's true.
How long?
That
did you
is
do-
true.
So women are good like they're good at caregiving with kids,
Nurturing.
and generally speaking,
Yes.
nurturing. And God bless them. They take care of themselves. They comb their
Yes.
hair. They're putting makeup on.
Yes,
And
that's
men,
right.
we just put an old shirt on, or we wear the same color clothes all the time, like
Same
me.
color clothes.
Yeah, my favorite colors are blue and beige, and people are sick of those colors. I iron my clothes though. Look, I ironed my clothes this morning.
My God.
I washed my cap. I washed my cap for you folks and everything.
You
It's
did,
on.
like, blue
So,
and beige.
blue and
I
beige.
mean, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
So,
My mom would be just shaking her head now.
yes, and saying what? What
She'd be
was your
saying-
mom?
For so many years, he listened to me about so many things, but he just won't change. He's just gonna say a blue and beige guy.
Blue and beige guy. She's like,
But everybody has their
"Come on."
favorite colors.
Yes.
And let me just share with you that I don't know your viewers if they write in or questions or comments, but let's if we tell the truth as you go through different seasons, your
Of course.
20s, like in my 20s, I wore a lot of jeans.
Okay.
Question.
So
Yeah,
what
in my
happened?
well, because jeans, most of them fit too tight. As I got older, like
Okay.
once I got to, I remember the age of 40, and not because of a weight issue.
Okay.
And a lot of us have different weight issues, including me, different times in my life. But I just like looser clothing. So I know in my 20s I wore jeans a lot. In my 30s I still wore jeans. In my 40s I started just wearing khaki pants, and I just like the color blue and beige.
Oh my gosh.
And then in my
Hilarious.
40s, I'm like, I don't care about clothes anymore. I'm just gonna go buy about 10 shirts and just wear one each day, and that's it. I don't gotta think about it.
That's
I'll buy
it.
like 5 pair of pants, 1 blue, 1 black, 3 beige, 10 shirts. That's it. I'm done.
That's it.
It's ridiculous.
That's it.
I don't care. I
Done.
don't know. But
That's
you
it.
can honestly
You're
tell
done.
my clothes usually always ironed.
That is true.
Yeah, so,
Clean,
yeah,
ironed,
yeah.
but it is true, Pastor. Here he comes. Beige pants, blue shirt.
Tell them one time you ran
Beige
into me in
pants.
Walmart.
Oh my
You
gosh.
didn't see me for months.
I-
Remember during
I'm
the
not.
pandemic?
That is true.
They didn't-
And guess what? He was wearing
I cracked up like-
navy blue, beige pants.
And she didn't see me for about 2-3 months. And we met in Walmart. We met in Walmart, Pastor Vic.
Yes,
and when I
yes.
was walking over to the car for you to give me something,
was like-
I went like, hey, Shannon. I wanted to beat her to the punchline because I
Yes.
knew she was going to say, oh,
Yes.
Pastor. So I
Look
said,
at
hey,
this.
Shannon, how you doing? It's me, Pastor Charles. I'm the
That's
guy in the
so
beige
true.
pants and the blue shirt.
True, but you did.
Yeah, but
You
like this
had
is a
ju-
nice blue shirt. It's a nice aloha blue
it
shirt.
looks like it's from Hawaii.
Yeah, it is.
It is from Hawaii.
aloha blue
Okay,
shirt.
yeah, because you're
Anyway,
supposed to live
so
there.
I don't know how it is for you, but some people, they care about
Yes,
clothes. They
of
don't care about
course.
clothes.
I love clothes. Yes.
So
yes.
just remember, at the end of the day, we have to learn to, just show respect to everybody, regardless of their
Yes.
personality,
Of course.
and just learn to accept people. And last but not least, try to encourage them, like with me.
Yes.
Shannon tries to encourage me.
Yes.
Oh,
Come
how
on,
about
wear a pair
wearing
of
a black
jeans.
shirt or
Yes.
or a maroon? I did buy a pair of
Yes.
jeans. Shannon got after me
Yay.
so much. I did buy a pair of jeans. I had a
Yes.
pair of jeans. But I didn't wear it too much. I wore it like 2 times. It was kind of too tight. and I didn't like it.
Too tight. Listen to this.
I
That
didn't
is
like
so
it. Now, if
funny.
you want to see a real spiffy dresser, let me just share this with you. If you ever want to see a real spiffy dresser, of course you have to kind of follow a person to
Yeah.
learn this. So just listen to me for a minute. Let me just follow
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
If you ever want to follow this person, they're a spiffy dresser.
Okay.
And opposite of me, I'm boring dresser. This person's a spiffy dresser. But the only way you will find out if that he's a spiffy dresser, and it is a he, and the only way you'll find out if I'm a boring dresser is you have to follow me. I just want to
There
say
you go.
the importance of that point.
Yes.
It's like, well, Pastor Charles, we don't really care about following you. We don't care what kind of dress you are. But the principle is you won't learn like Shannon's
true.
learned if I was a
That's true.
boring dresser or this other person that's a spiffy dresser.
Spiffy.
Spiffy. If you follow us. So
Yes.
it's the same thing with the God of the Bible. You will learn more and more about him as you follow him.
Of course.
So one pastor put it this way. He was asked a question on the spot. And this is a nationally known pastor. And he was asked, if I could only do one thing to find out how faithful the Bible says God is. Because
Okay.
in the Bible, the different authors of the Bible, it's a pattern that they're writing to their people they're writing to, and also that they're sharing with people for history there's a pattern that the writers of the Bible are saying they found out that God is faithful to His
Okay.
promises.
But where's the
Now,
spiffy
but
dresser?
wait. So the best way to find out if God is faithful is to
Okay.
follow Him.
Okay.
There you go. If
So-
you follow God,
Oh,
then you'll
I
find
get
out.
your
He'll show up.
point.
He'll show up. He'll reveal Himself to you. Now, the spiffy dresser is Pastor Vic. If you ever go on Facebook, if you ever go on Facebook on Sunday morning, this guy got so many different color clothing. I don't know what kind of closet he got. Like, I've actually thought, I would like to one day see what kind of closet this guy got, because how do you fit all these color clothing? This guy is opposite of a boring dresser. He got so many colors.
Oh,
He got
that's so
orange shirts. He got
sweet.
green shirts. He got black shirts. He
That's
got blue.
true.
He's got many shades of blue.
Yes,
Many shades.
that
And
is
so
very
I
true.
honestly, to your viewers, said, man, I wonder how does Shannon pack all these? Does she fold them and stack them up? Or is there a closet, like a big closet? Because, usually closets, you can only fit so much
We
clothes
do
in.
have a large
But I want to say, you could mark my words. If you even check with Pastor Vic on Facebook on Sunday morning, whether he's taping from his home studio or he's in the community center, he's a spiffy dresser, and
so nice
so
of you.
it's really, and he's just a handsome guy.
Oh, that's
You know,
so
I say that one
sweet.
man to another man. He's a handsome
Of
guy.
course, I love that about
Not
you.
that that matters, but I
Right,
just threw that
but
in. I threw that in
yes.
as a little gravy. You know.
I think that's so
He's a handsome,
sweet.
handsome.
and,
What's your
know,
nationality? Mexican,
what
Hungarian. What are you? No, because he told me he's mixed. He's mixed.
Yes, he's
Pastor Vic, what are you?
Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Okay, and Filipino.
Filipino,
Yes.
Mexican.
And, he did hear that there's some Spaniard in his family, so
yeah.
we're excited.
So
but,
be on the lookout.
Yes,
be on the lookout for
lookout
Pastor
of
Vic.
spiffy.
Spiffy.
Now I can't
Spiffy
say.
dresser.
Spiffy. There you go. So we're gonna play a little game. Okay.
Okay.
It's how well do you know me as a friend? I know we have done ministry together. I do have somebody on the set, our producer, that is going to be reading some questions. And you're going to write your answers down as to what you think is correct about me. And I'm going to write the answers as to what I think is correct about you. So these are questions. So it's like, how well do you really think you know me as a pastor and as a friend? You know, we have been loyal friends for going on 5 years now.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Uh-huh.
And so she does have some questions for us, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to see, and I believe it's about 5 questions. I didn't want to do any more than that because I was
that's
like,
a good amount.
you know, I think he knows, we know each other, but let's see how well we
Okay,
actually
that's
do.
good.
Okay? All right, go
And they
for
could
it.
probably play this game at home too with themselves.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
mean, with their family members.
Yes.
After the show.
After. Okay.
Alrighty, so it's gonna be, what is your favorite color?
Okay, so I write down what I think your favorite
Oh,
color
well,
is.
that's too easy for me. I have to think about hers. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Okay,
She wears so many different colors. It's hard.
I do.
I don't know.
But I have mentioned my favorite color. Okay. And I've written down
Okay, I wrote
yours.
it.
Okay.
Alrighty, so what are your answers?
Question. Oh.
I go.
Oh, you want me to answer
No, you
the
go
Yeah,
first?
let's go ahead and go through them
Okay.
first.
Oh, all of them? Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
When was the last time you bought gas?
Oh my
Victor.
gosh.
Go on.
Okay, what month and day did you meet?
What month and
I mean,
day?
us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So she said about 5 years. Oh boy. What month?
Okay. All right. What month and date? Okay.
Alright. How long have each of you been in ministry?
Okay, let's see. How long has Pastor been? Go by from what I remember.
Okay. Pretty good questions.
Yes. Okay. Are we on question
4.
number 4?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
What are both of you passionate about?
What are we passionate? So what do I think?
How many
Pastor
things can you name?
Charles?
Like 2?
Yeah, I would say 2.
Okay.
Okay, 2 things.
What
Thank you.
is
Yeah.
Pastor Charles passionate about? Okay. All right. We can put down 2.
Yeah, she said 2.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Okay, and the last
All right,
one.
the last one. What's both of your favorite food types?
So that would be like Asian food, Chinese, Japanese,
Yeah.
Mexican. Okay, what food do I think is his favorite? All right.
Pretty
Okay.
good questions.
Okay. I believe I
Fine.
hopefully will learn
Thank you,
something
Miracle.
about one
Yep,
another,
mhm.
right?
Yeah, I will.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Oh,
Do
okay.
we have somebody's phone going off?
Calling in a question.
As an incoming
Question.
video call? Oh, maybe we've got some questions online here. Not
No.
quite sure. So,
I think it's
okay.
No, that was another
serious
call.
call.
Another call in another
Anyway.
direction. Okay,
Okay.
the first one.
Alrighty. So, first one was, what is your favorite color?
I believe, Pastor Charles, your favorite color is blue.
That's true.
Yes! Awesome! Whoop whoop!
Alrighty. And what did you write?
I put red.
Red.
Did you know that red
Oh, I
is
didn't know. I just took a
my
guess.
favorite color?
Is it? Oh,
Yes,
is it?
it is.
Oh, I took a guess.
Yes!
'Cause I remember one time she talked about,
Yes!
red. Yeah.
And I love black, but red
And
is my
really?
favorite
Wow.
color.
That encourages me that my memory is pretty
Yes!
strong
Yeah,
still.
good job.
Because didn't I tell you a second ago I wasn't really
Yeah.
sure. I took a guess. Right? I said I took a guess, but
Yes,
I
give
said,
it a
nah,
whoop!
yeah,
Come
there
on!
you go.
Whoop whoop!
She's so silly.
I know.
This may be my last time on the Monday morning show.
No, you're coming back.
It may be my
No,
last time.
come on. Okay.
Alrighty. Question number 2 was, what month and day did you meet?
Who goes first?
Okay.
Anyone.
July 7th,
Oh.
and it was on a Saturday.
Yeah, I guess she was right. I put October, but I do now remember it was July, right?
July 7th.
So she
All
got
right. Okay.
2 right, and I have 1 wrong.
Alrighty. And then number 3 was, how long have each of you been in ministry?
I put for
should be
Pastor
easy
Charles
one.
35 years.
35 years. That is right.
It is?
Yeah, I had to think. No, the reason why I had to think about that is
Okay.
usually on the show I say
Okay,
over
let's
25
see.
years.
Mine has been since
I had it.
2010.
Well, Miracle, I put
So
15
what is
years.
that, guys?
2010?
10? Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's 15 years.
You got
So
it right.
I said, yeah, I
Whoop,
said 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did say
Awesome.
15 years, Miracle. I'm not cheating.
No,
you're
you're
good.
not.
Yeah.
You're being such a great student. See that? See that, Babe Ruth?
I just don't know if I'll be coming back.
Yes, yes, you
I'll stick with the
will.
coffee with Jesus.
Come on.
That's more my speed.
No, you're being fine.
No, yeah, I'll be back.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, I'll be back one day.
Yes.
We just don't know which day.
Yes, which day?
One day. We just
One
don't know
day.
which day.
Okay,
Alrighty.
number 4.
What are both of you passionate about?
Oh, 2 things you can name, right?
I put for Pastor Charles, he's passionate about teaching the word. And the other one is I said he's passionate about helping others.
Yeah, those are 2 things. Those are 2 things. Yeah,
That you
definitely.
are passionate
Yeah.
about?
I put the
Yeah.
2 things. I put the 2 things that I think she's most passionate about, though. Those 2 things are true. I'm passionate about that. But my
Okay.
2 things that I think she's most passionate about, Miracle, and you're our daughter. The number 1 thing I think she's most passionate about is family, and then number 2
Interesting.
is ministry.
Okay, interesting.
Is that
okay,
correct, Miracle?
so one of them, family, is one, and the other one is baking and cooking.
Oh,
I
okay,
am
so that was-
so passionate about.
All right.
Yes.
So I get a half a point.
So he gets a half.
I get a half a point.
Okay.
Alrighty, and the last one, what's both of your favorite food types?
I'll go first. So
Yes.
I said Mexican.
You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Woo! Come
So-
on, bring it.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. No,
Okay.
I got only 3.5
3,
points.
and I put Chinese food for you. Not really.
No, it
but
would be
okay.
Italian.
Italian!
And second Chinese.
Okay, okay. So just so I keep this for reference, Italian food. So I got that wrong, but
Yeah.
hey, I got 4 right.
And I got
How many
3.5.
did you? Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
she
I mean,
wins.
You won by
Yes.
half a point.
She won
I
by
mean,
half a
come on
point.
now. We won by a half a point.
That's right.
So
That's very good.
yes. So that was really good. So
Yeah, thank you.
honestly, I mean, I think that I mean, it definitely looks like I know you pretty darn well.
Yeah.
And you know
It's
me
over 4
pretty
years.
darn good
Yeah.
as
Well,
well.
we spent a
you
good
know?
amount of time the last
Yes.
over
yes,
4 years.
yes.
as friends and then in ministry. So,
Yes,
right?
yes, which is a
And
good
when,
thing.
yeah, and when you do things together in ministry, different
Get
activities.
to know each other.
Yeah, because you're working together, whatever the
Yes.
activity is.
Yes.
Even if it's just going to church together,
Yes, that is
usually,
true.
if it's a good Bible believing church, it will be interactive.
Yes.
And
that
so,
is true.
because you just don't go to church and then go home and then don't talk about it.
That's
Because
right.
there was a message, there was worship, there's engaging with people.
Yes.
Even to this Sunday, I went to church, and I've been going to church for a little over 35 years, and Ruth still stays home and watches it online. And after over 35 years, now in ministry 35 years, but going to church over 35 years, and I still went home, and when we were doing things around the house, I'm like, hey, you want to hear about this Sunday in church? And she's like, oh, okay, well, is it going to be long or short? She really did. She said, is it going to be long or short?
Does
I
that
said,
mean because you're long-winded, do you
Well,
like to talk?
do I
Be
like
honest,
to talk?
yeah.
Well, I will tell you myself, honestly.
You like to talk.
I'm going to tell your viewers, this is the truth. Now,
Okay.
I'm just
a
looking.
talker.
I'm looking straight at you. That
Straight
I
at
don't
you.
generally say. I like to myself. I've never said I like to talk,
Okay.
and I don't
Okay.
really like. There's certain things I do like to do,
Okay.
but I don't really think I wouldn't put down on a private list that talking is one of the things I enjoy doing. Now,
Really?
people think that that's really funny because they say that I talk a lot at times. Or they
Okay,
say,
I love
don't
you,
ask him a
Dr.
question because then he's
Oh.
going to ask you 4 or 5 questions first before he answers the question. Well, you can blame that on my mentor. You can blame that on my mentor.
Pastor.
No, so so I just want. That's good that you brought that out because I don't know if anybody ever. I've never said that. Well, I've said it to a few people, and there's people that know me.
Yeah.
See, Ruth knows me for 37 years, and my
Right,
wife.
as your wife.
My wife met me. My wife met someone. Several years ago in Hawaii that knew me
Okay.
longer than her.
What?
Yeah, my wife met this family in Hawaii that knew
Okay.
me much longer than she did.
Okay.
And I've always told my wife, I was married to my wife for 25 years. She found this out about me. I used to tell her, you know what? Before I was a Christian,
Yeah.
in my teens and in my
Right.
early 20s, I was quiet and I hardly talked. She's like, oh, really? Okay, well, that's hard to
She
believe.
didn't believe. She
No,
said,
follow me for a
"Quiet?"
minute. So follow me for a minute to your viewers, because you might get something out of this at the end. So I tried to tell her we were married 25 years, and she never. I just can't picture you not. You're not a talker, because when she met me, I was a talker, and so I said no. I was quiet as to myself, and I said, and then even after I became a Christian, in the beginning months, in the beginning years, I was quiet.
Right.
I really was. So then finally, after some of us, we learned things about one another. After 25 years, she meets this family, a family, more than one, more than two, a family that knew me. And this family knew me before I was a Christian, and this family knew when in my beginning Christian. And
Okay.
they said, oh, I said Maricel, and I said Marita. This is this family back in Hawaii. These are
Right.
sisters, Maricel, Marita,
Okay.
and Maravik.
All right.
And so those three,
And-
three ladies, and they said, "Oh yeah, Pastor Charles, yeah, he used to be very quiet. He was so quiet when he would come over our house. We would be worried about him and say, "Hey, are you okay?" Because I would go over there and visit with them. Because my best friend in the military
Right.
was married to Marita, and that was
Okay.
my best friend Raymond in the military.
Okay.
And so, what's the takeaway of the story is that
Yeah.
you can
What
live
is
with
the
someone for a
takeaway?
long time and you think you know everything about him and you don't. So sometimes there's some interesting things.
There
But the other
is.
takeaway is what caused me to go from being quiet, even in my initial years as a Christian, to now
Okay.
people think that I like to talk, which that's not even on my list of things I like to do. Here's what it was. Is two things, to be honest. As I grew as a Christian,
Okay.
Shannon, I became more comfortable with myself.
Ah.
I was never comfortable with myself.
Okay.
It's not that I didn't like myself. I really didn't like myself, but I mean, I just kind of put up with myself, but I wasn't comfortable with who I was as a person. That's because of what I went through as a child for all of my childhood years and all of my teenage years. So I'm just making that appropriate confession. I don't know how many of you can relate to that, but I wasn't comfortable with myself. So when you're not comfortable with yourself and you're around other people, you just have a tendency, at least I did, to be quiet. I just wasn't comfortable. So as I grew in my Christian walk and realized how much unconditional love God has for me and how much forgiveness God has and how much mercy, I became more comfortable. So once I became more comfortable with myself, then I felt confident to connect with people. So that was the first thing that helped me.
So it's the confidence building.
Yes.
Confidence
But learning
building.
about the unconditional love of God, learning, Tucker, about the mercy and the true forgiveness of God. And the second thing that really helped me, continue to help me, is when God revealed to me my pastoral calling.
Yes.
And I started training as a pastor. And I had to go through all this training. And so you have a calling on your life too. God has a purpose for your life. If you seek out that purpose and you give yourself to that purpose, even while you're doing the laundry, even while you're sweeping the floor, even while you're working at Walmart, even while you're working at Walgreens, whatever you do for work, whatever you do at home, but don't lose sight of not finding what is your God-given purpose. Because when you find your God-given purpose of, what is your mission? Like, what are you called to do? Everybody can be called to do something. Then that training and that calling will change you, and you'll become, this more fuller and more alive, and you'll live a more meaningful life. And so that training in my calling to be a pastor pushed me to come out of myself. And then I learned so much things as a pastor, and then I started pastoring. And when don't be a pastor if you don't want to be around people, because that's what pastoring is. You're around people, you help people. And don't be a pastor. I know this is not an educational show, but don't be a pastor if you don't like being around people and you don't like dealing with problems. Because all your viewers, Shannon, your viewers will know where you have people, you have problems.
Yeah.
And pastors need to be support to those problems and help people to overcome their problems. And fun shows like doing this and doing this game and all these goodies, we can help people to have a better life.
That's right. Did you hear that, guys? So
and these people, Shannon and Pastor Vic, are far from perfect. And for me, if you ask me,
I do know.
I'm far from perfect, that's for sure. The older I get, the more I realize that. But I just want to tell you, these people are far from perfect, but these people have shown genuine love to me. In some very, very tough times in my life, they have been some of the most faithful people to me as friends. In some of the times of the greatest need in my life, they have been faithful friends.
Thank you, Pastor.
And so I want to share that with your viewers. Try to do what you can to support them. Write in questions, comments. If you can give offerings and tithes to help pay for all this equipment and all the things in ministry, that would help. Every little bit counts. So I just want you to know that. If you're looking for people that love you, if you're looking for people that are faithful to the Lord, if you're looking for people that are not perfect and they know that, but yet they appreciate the goodness of God and all His promises, well, folks, these are the people that can help you.
Thank you so much for that, Pastor.
I just want your viewers to know, because I know you have to wrap it up in about 5 minutes.
No, actually, this show was only 30 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was 45.
No, that's
I told you I was far from perfect. I can't even get the time right. I can bring my books and everything, but I can't even get the time right.
Now he's shrinking. So as we close out, we're going to do one song.
I don't want to look at myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to look at myself. I'm tired of looking at myself.
So we're going to do one song from the 70s. It's going to be Name That Tune. Because you and I, without giving our age, okay? You and I are very close in age.
Yeah.
So we're going to play one song as we close out. Please, viewers, make sure you list what you think the song is. And we're going to see if I can get it or if you can get it.
And their comments.
Yes, absolutely.
Can they write comments even if they watch it on YouTube? I believe they can.
Yes, they can. Absolutely.
Can't they go to your Facebook and just write a general comment?
No,
because some of my nephews, my nephew John in California, my nephew in Hawaii, just write their comments on Facebook.
Yes, write it down. So we're going to play one song from the 70s. And we're going to see if we can get it. And then we need to close because we have already gone 12 minutes over our time.
It was my fault, right? It was my fault.
He wanted to share the word, and I'm not going to stop him.
Yeah, to encourage them, to encourage you.
Yes, he's very encouraging. So here we go. Our producer is ready. One song from the 70s.
Ready? Let's see if we
All
can
right,
guess it.
let's see.
I'll guess it before her.
Probably. Let's see. I love music.
Charlie Brown. No.
This is a song.
Oh, this is a song.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
REO Speedwagon.
I didn't even hear the music. It was just like for like 5 seconds.
Do you want to
REO.
replay it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let the viewers. We didn't
Okay.
even get to hear it.
Okay, a little bit louder. Here we go.
Wait, that wasn't the song. Hold on.
Okay, so that's not the song, that's elevator music.
Yeah. I was gonna say it sounded like elevator music.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Okay, give me a second.
Having a little technical difficulty.
Yes,
That's
that's
normal.
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the time went by fast being a
Oh.
guest on your show.
Extremely.
It did. Yeah, it went by fast. 40
Okay,
minutes.
ready? Here we go. It's REO Speedwagon.
Loving You, I think, right?
Um,
No, that's not the name of the song.
Was that REO
Okay.
Speedwagon?
so you don't know the answer?
I don't know the name of the song, but the name of the group is REO Speedwagon.
No.
Okay,
No?
well, what is the right answer?
It's Go Your Own Way. By
Oh, Go
Fleetwood
Your
Mac.
Own Way.
Okay,
And
play
you-
it again.
yeah,
play
play
it
a
again
little
right now. A
longer.
little bit
Can
louder.
the viewers hear it? Is that short?
Come on.
That's all it has.
Okay, play it a little bit louder. A little bit louder.
Well, she
The
only has a short
right
little clip.
thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm not familiar.
Sing it.
I mean,
Come
I've
on.
heard that. I'm not familiar with it.
Here we go, as we say on our way out, right? Going out, right? So what's the tune? Let's see. What was it? Going out? Was that it?
forgot.
Okay, she
You
forgot.
can just say
So,
goodbye.
Hey.
Just say goodbye. That's all.
Is it?
Just say goodbye.
Okay, guys. So we want to thank you guys so
Yeah.
much for
Yeah.
tuning in.
Hats off to the audience.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for joining
Please
us.
Share
Yeah.
this show with anyone that you know that would get a great laugh. We thank you, Pastor
Yeah.
Charles, for being on. He doesn't know if he's going to be back on the
I said one day I'll be back.
one day.
Someday.
One day. Someday. So,
One day, we don't know.
yes. Thank you, guys.
One day, someday.
Tune in Thursday for
Oh,
Coffee
yeah.
with Jesus.
Part 3 on
Part 3.
understanding spiritual warfare.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Peace out.
Bye-bye.